Though it turned 10 years old earlier this year, I am finally going to give y'all a chance to see my review of Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, right now. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings my fellow YouTubers and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Joel, better known to y'all as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 2010 action fantasy film Percy Jackson and the Olympians, The Lightning Thief, originally released by Fox and directed by Chris Columbus, who had recently done the first two Harry Potter movies before he tackled this one. Anyway, it's the first installment of the Percy Jackson film series, which unfortunately only had a mere 2 flicks out of the 5 books. Of course, it's based on the 2005 novel The Lightning Thief by Rick Riordan. The film stars Logan Lerman in the title role of Percy Jackson, along with Brandon T. Jackson, Alexandra Daddario, Jake Abel, Rosario Dawson, Steve Coogan, Uma Thurman, Catherine Keener, Joe Pantoliano, Kevin McKidd, Sean Bean, Dylan Neal, and Pierce Brosnan. The film was a big hit though, despite getting mixed reviews and what have you, most notably with criticism for the unfaithfulness to its source material and its script. But however, everybody praised the action sequences and the performance we got from Lerman. And that, I think I can buy that. But however, I like this movie. I remember going to see it. And of course, as you saw, I have the DVD of it. So, if you are ready, let's begin our story. Now, at the top of the Empire State Building, Zeus meets Poseidon, accusing his demigod son, Percy Jackson, of stealing Zeus's master lightning bolt. And Poseidon reminds him that Percy is unaware of his true identity, but Zeus declares that unless his master bolt is returned to Mount Olympus before midnight of the summer solstice, which is in 2 weeks, war will be waged between all the gods. Anyway, we focus on 16-year-old Percy struggling with dyslexia, but has a unique ability to stay underwater. Now, on a school trip to the museum, he's attacked by, Alecto, a fury masquerading as a substitute English teacher, Miss Dodd, that demands a lightning bolt. But Percy's best friend, Grover Underwood, and his Latin teacher, Mr. Brunner, help scare off the fury. Mr. Brunner gives Percy a pen, which he claims is a powerful weapon. And this comes to one of my favorite lines from this. This is a pen. This is a pen. Percy's like, oh wow. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Anyway, he soon instructs Grover to take Percy and his mother Sally to Camp Half-Blood, a hidden summer camp for demigod children. There, they are attacked by the Minotaur, who seemingly kills Sally when she is unable to enter the camp. At Grover's suggestion, Percy uses Mr. Brunner's pen, discovering that it is a sword to fight off the Minotaur. After having no success with it, Percy kills the Minotaur with its own horn before fainting out of intense shock. Waking up 3 days later, Percy learns that he's the son of Poseidon, and Grover is a satyr, and Percy's junior protector. And Mr. Brunner is Charon, a centaur. Well, Percy begins training in his demigod powers which include water manipulation and healing, and meets other demigods, including Annabeth Chase, daughter of Athena, who I'll talk about Alexandra Daddario and the rest of cast performances after this, because I do love her performances. Just give you a slight heads up. And Cavalier Luke Castellan, son of Hermes. Percy is visited by an apparition of Hades who reveals the Minotaur abducted his mother to the underworld to trade for the lightning bolt. Defying Charon's orders, Percy sets out for the underworld with Grover and Annabeth. Luke gives Percy a map with the location of 3 green pearls belonging to Hades' wife, Persephone, which will allow them to escape the underworld. Percy is also given a pair of flying Converse All-Star shoes stolen from Hermes, and Luke's favorite shield. And so, once that's all that, the fabulous stuff he's gotten, the fun begins. The fun and adventure, that is. Anyway, the trio heads to New Jersey and searches for the first pearl and abandoned the... How should I put it this way? Kind of a greenhouse or something? It's an old and abandoned Auntie M's Garden Emporium in Leeds Point, which turns out to be the lair of, someone who Grover discovers, took out his uncle, turning the stone, and that's when he learns it's Medusa. Well, apparently, she tries to kill him by trying to get them to sneak a peek at her, because Medusa's got those snakes and what have you. And one glance from her and zap, you will turn to stone instantly. Mm-hmm. Yeah. However, Percy manages to pull a fast one over by using the shiny back part of his cell phone and like a mirror, causing Medusa to see her reflected, and he decapitates her. So they take her head, as that would still be useful, even though she's decapitated, the head will still work. And they also take a fistful of gold drachmas along with them for later use, along with the pearl which had been attached to her bracelet. Their next destination is Nashville, Tennessee. Grover's like, oh no, the home of my least favorite music. Yeehaw! Oh yeah, that's another good moment. Anyway, they go to the Parthenon, and there they must try and find out how to get the second pearl, which is in the crown of a statue of Annabeth's mother, Athena. Well, he manages to use the flying shoes, and soon they manage to get it. Unfortunately, a group of janitors Annabeth had knocked unconscious with her little crossbow and darts unexpectedly recover, and they turn out to be a Hydra. Yes. Though Percy succeeds in taking it out, but the wrong way, though, decapitating every single head. But Annabeth warns, if you decapitate on her, it grows more heads and what have you. But Grover manages to pull one over and use Medusa's head in that Hydra's stone. Next, Grover's excited for the next destination, and that's Vegas, as they head to the lowest hotel and casino in Las Vegas to obtain the third and final pearl. Apparently, once there, they're starting to have fun, as The cocktail waitress had them sample the casino's signature dish, which are lotus flowers. Once that happens, they immediately forget their mission instantly. And soon, they're just having too much fun until Percy hears the voice of Poseidon in his mind, returning him to his senses. So apparently, he's looking around trying to avoid having lotus flowers. And then he sees this dude playing a pinball game titled The French Connection, named after the Gene Hackman movie. And he says it's the big movie of the year. And Percy's puzzled, and he learns that dude's been there since the 70s. Can you believe that? Yeah. Anyway, soon Percy frees Grover and Annabeth from the flower's effects. They locate the final pearl on a roulette wheel, and when one of the guards learns that Percy's out, well, managed to get back to his senses, it gets some real trouble as they escape using, well, not using, but stealing a prize Maserati, I think that's how you pronounce it, from the casino lobby. And Annabeth realizes the casino is actually the lair of the Lotus Eaters, who have been luring people into their traps since ancient times, which explains why the casino's motto is, "You will never want to leave." Now they only have 1 day left to prevent the gods' war, as they were in the casino for 5 days. With all 3 pearls, Percy, Grover, and Annabeth enter the portal to the underworld located behind the Hollywood sign and pay Charon the drachmas for a ferry ride, after he burns out a couple US dollars that Grover offered him. Okay, now you got 5 seconds to stop this video. I'm going to the end. Go to the description box and advance to the time below to avoid any spoilers. Okay, you've been warned. So, in the underworld, Hades finds the lightning bolt hidden inside Luke's shield, revealing that Luke was the thief all this time. Well, apparently, Hades releases his hellhounds to force the group into a gate of souls, but Persephone chases him with the bolt in retaliation for imprisoning her, and gives the bolt to Percy, as they only have 3 pearls. And after they manage to free Sally, well, Percy wanted to stay behind, but his mother would refuse, and so Grover took a risk in staying behind. As Percy, his mother, and Annabeth teleport to the Empire State Building, which is the entrance to Mount Olympus. However, before they can enter, they are ambushed by Luke, who reveals that he stole the bolt to demolish Mount Olympus and establish the demigods as new rulers of Western civilization. And after a battle across Manhattan, which, believe me, that was really cool, Percy seemingly kills Luke by drawing a trident made of water around his neck, causing him to fly into the Hudson River. And once he gets that trident, it's like, I think I am the son of Poseidon. Yeah, that was really good. So he manages to get to Mount Olympus, but it was just right when time ran out. They managed to make it up there and return the bolt to Zeus and makes up with Poseidon. Percy and Annabeth are reunited with Grover, who has a new pair of horns, indicating his promotion to Percy Senior Protector, and Percy and Annabeth nearly kiss, but Annabeth tricks him and they continue to train. And that's how the story goes. Oh, but wait a minute. We're not quite finished just yet. Now, after we see our cast call in the credits, we do have there's a mid-credit scene. Now, Gabe, Sally's abusive husband, is not thrilled that she changed the locks, and well, Sally decides to kick him out and out of her apartment. So he's upset and he needs a beer. So once he finds out the refrigerator is locked, he sees a note from Percy not to open it. But once he breaks the door open to find Medusa's head, it turns into stone. That's the end. Okay, now in. What did I think of this movie? I'm going to say I loved it. I loved it just as much as I loved Harry Potter. Trust me, if you've never seen this movie, would I recommend it? You bet. I mean, it's great. I loved every bit of it. The story, the characters. I loved Logan Lerman as Percy. And Brandon T. Jackson as Grover. And of course, Alexandra Daddario as Annabeth. Yeah, this would be the actual film that would get us introduced to her. I know she'd go on to do other movies like Texas Chainsaw 3D and San Andreas. And of course, she also appeared in the sequel, the only sequel to this, unfortunately. But the rest of the cast is all good. I don't care what anybody says. This is one movie you need to check out. It's on DVD, it's on Blu-ray, and also it's on Disney Plus now, since Disney bought out Fox. So anyway, yeah, Percy Jackson the Olympians, Lightning Thief, I love it. I may not have read the book series, but this proves to be a classic in my book. I really love it. So I think you've got to check it out. But anyway, what did you think of Percy Jackson the Olympians, the Lightning Thief? You can tell me in the comment section below. Oh, and I almost forgot a couple other things. I did like the direction of Chris Columbus and the music of Christoph Beck. Yeah, they're a pretty good score to this. Now, again, tell me what you thought about the movie in the comment section below, please. Also, if you like this video, click the like button below and subscribe to my channel as well and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me again next time when I review the only sequel to this, the film sequel that is, Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters. Give me a moment, I will return. Okay, I'm back. Now, to finish the video, if you like this, see some of these other magical themed flicks and what have you. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of Fern Gully, The Last Rainforest, which I did on Earth Day back in April. In the upper right-hand corner is my review of the underrated magical children's fantasy comedy A Simple Wish. But if you want some real funny, but if you want just magic and more mischief than A Simple Wish, go to the bottom left hand corner and see my most viewed video of May. It's gotten almost 80 big views. The New Adventures of Pippi Longstocking. And the bottom right hand corner is the button with my face is the one you can click to subscribe. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya!